Так, раз, раз, раз. Раз, раз, раз. Ну что, ребят, продолжаем проходить вампир. Очень интересная игра. Мы уже разобрались, как стрелять, как оглушать, как пользоваться моими навыками. То есть там есть 3 полосочки: жизнь, выносливость и красная — это, можно сказать, для способности. Если она пуста, мы не сможем тогда ничего сделать. А если она не пустая, тогда это отлично. Так, у нас 12 уровень есть уже. Угу. Угу. Вот сюда вот, вот сюда вот, да? Потом надо будет вот сюда вот сходить, да? Хорошо, без вопросов. Все правильно.
This is despicable.
Да только грызунов уничтожим.
Thirst for blood.
Блин, то нажал. Так, ребят, надо поменьше делать убийств, чтобы не было паники в городе. Так, 10 минут, да? Глаза тут у него прикольные, скажите. Так, у нас есть топор, револьвер. Так, все, я готов. Что за завод? Короче, было непонятно, но я теперь понял. Надо было пройти нам прямо.
This is despicable.
Ну, где ты кричал? А вот.
I have this thirst for blood.
Так, нам нужно вот сюда вот попасть. Значит, там есть, да, все правильно. Сейчас, вот рядом, погнали.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Don't like that, do ya?
Да блин, ну что это? Блять.
Get a taste of this! Die, vermin! He's mine! I'll take it!
Нам не нужно с ними биться.
This is despicable.
Этих валить можем. Ах ты, сучара. Смотри. Сейчас буду.
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun.
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity.
Спокойствие.
Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
Какая-то она странная. Ладно, узнать новости о амбулатории Кейт.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately...
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did Did he laugh at his death to come? Or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever...
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable.
Неизвестный человек. Два.
This awful disease.
I never said goodbye.
Короче, ребят, вот это называется, вот видите, болезнь. Бронхит, простуда. Тут пока... вылечили переутомление. Невралгия. И вот этого надо лечить срочно.
To Matthew.
Are you on your own? Do you have any friends or family who...
I have family and friends, but I need to be here alone. One day maybe I'll go back to them, but not now. I need silence, and I need sadness.
You should not be by yourself. Grief can be a terrible trial.
Thank you for your sincere words, Dr. Reed.
You realize you can't stay here forever, don't you?
Why? Why should I go?
You're right. I believe silence has a cure.
You sound like you're no stranger to the pain I feel.
Let's just say, I too have a good routine.
Please accept my condolences for your loss then, Dr. Reed.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not.
I'm a physician. One of the best in the...
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it.
May I ask what caused the death?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease...
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed.
You should go home.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead.
Thank you for your company, Xiaoshu.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye for now.
So many new graves.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this.
походу был священник. Ну, новое убежище. А, не, подожди. А, не. Опа, лекарство. Она делает лекарства, потому что надо лечить.
Better turn around if I were you. Last warning, sir! Oi! You listening?
I have this thirst for blood.
Так, где-то у меня тут больные были. А вот.
Good evening. Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity.
Don't take too many risks, and that is a... Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
Так, одного мы уже вылечили. Надо тут порой. Мгновение пошло, да? А, вот. Вот.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I...
Really?
Unfortunately... Tell me about your injury, Hart.
My wife died because of me.
How could your job...
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and...
You can't... Tell me more.
1915. I was in the army. Building works.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target.
How are your children?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this...
I'm sorry for...
I would like to say that she didn't.
Please.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Так, выздоравливай, друг. Да, ага, вот. Вот.
Good evening.
Do you require medical
Do
attention?
you know?
Despite...
Well,
Tell me more about your arrival at the pep...
the ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And
What do you mean?
she managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief.
Goodbye, Mrs. Gosworth.
Так, вылечили. Ага, вот еще. Надо лечить. Томас, иди сюда, друг.
Good evening.
Evening.
Soldier,
Not really.
as long...
Don't think
Can you... Did you
I couldn't hear.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood. Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require...
I will be...
Nurse.
I'll try...
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he...
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have...
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just...
Of course it...
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening.
Good evening, Doctor.
I have some...
What?
I retrieved...
Well, yeah,
Not at all, Milton.
Good.
Do you need any medical...
I'm afraid I...
I'll see you later.
Yeah. I'm sure you say the same thing to everyone in town.
What's going on between...
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those...
During the war, I witnessed a few couples...
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. You come on.
Goodbye, Milton.
Так, надо пойти его вылечить. Иди сюда, друг.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need any...
I'm afraid...
Our job...
That's easy.
Goodbye, Milton.
Клятва Гиппократа мы сегодня взяли. Ничего не болеет. Блин, как я сюда проходил. Вот сюда вот.
It's locked.
Sometimes you act like a real jerk, you know that?
Come on, Ozzy, don't be like that.
What, like what? Like someone who felt betrayed by the man he loves? Did you ever even try to find me? Rescue me?
No, it's not like that. I wanted to. I was so afraid to leave the hospital, not to be seen with you.
We survived this shit together. That's all that matters. I know you did your best.
Фу, бля, гомики нахуй.
Fuck the war, right? And fuck them all. Fuck the war. Fuck them all.
Давай, падла.
Hello again, Mr.
Yes.
Tell me about your...
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it.
Why should you be...
I'm not.
I admire your honesty.
Courage is what...
Have you always...
All I know is...
Do you need med...
Don't get me wrong.
I will see you later.
Как это мне?
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself. Good evening, sir.
Dr. Reed. So it's you,
And you are?
Newton Blight.
What can you tell me?
War was...
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think...
I fought in France, too.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from...
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by...
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to Doc.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war,
Can you speak about that?
rats, sir. Even seeing one. They turn.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
So,
Hello again.
Good evening.
What caused your phobia?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was...
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears. My fingers.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher?
I love him. I love Oswald.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but
I won't say a word, Mr. Blight.
I fought for my country and I survived. So...
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
ну, блядь, ну ты куда ушел? А вот это. Да, головная боль, да? Вот этот черт.
Safe. Oh, what a fucking joke.
Все сложно. А почему я не могу лекарства сделать при головной боли?
giant morgue disguised as a hospital.
Good evening.
I need blood, Doctor. Warm.
Tell me, Thelma, what do you...
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him.
You mean you actually saw a vampire?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain.
You have no idea what problems you're claiming.
Why fear the truth?
You mean...
Yes.
You have no...
Why fear the truth?
Is there any...
Many things can happen.
But did you...
I can't say I did. But the...
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I have wasted too much.
It seems the Freewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Fear no evil. We do the Lord's work here.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Now everything seems under control, more or less.
Don't forget to keep an eye out.
Good evening, miss.
Who are you?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you.
I'm not here for charity.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton.
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged.
Yes, he was. But he left hot.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the used.
You still use your husband's name, Edward.
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still...
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him.
What can you tell me about your...
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys off.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be...
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal...
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threat.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked.
You're quite blunt.
I like people who know what they want and say...
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Almost like a fool. Hardens me to know you can't.
Mark my word.
Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you reckon?
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what...
Yes, you had definitely drunk.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try.
I'm a tracker of...
Inebriation.
Yes.
Take this.
Hey, Doc.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton.
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know...
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint.
What's it look like?
It's an old story. Daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishing.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change for good.
Kind of prey I hunt, Millie.
Do you really think the world is that?
No. I believe we all can choose to make it better.
Sounds like...
No, sir. I was an anarchist.
I want to know more.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor. Make no mistake. I just...
Do you still see your comrades, then?
No. I hope they'll come to share my...
Do you believe in a...
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit...
Is there anything in particular that...
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly.
No reason at all to rejoice, then?
Let me tell you a story.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could...
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded.
You lost people you loved that.
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is?
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just...
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney? Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death.
You sound very sad, sir. Don't you work?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and...
Is there any... Goodbye, Mr. Delaney. Good evening.
What?
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney. Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I think drink no longer stirs me.
So few clients. What would the
Evening,
epidemic
miss.
know?
Well, I never.
I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm...
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor.
Miss Cavendish, would...
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir.
Excuse my...
Something bothering you? What, my name?
Believe me, I never judge someone on their plate.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me.
I'm sorry if I...
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay. And...
What can you tell me about...
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here.
You look concerned, Miss Keller.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most local.
So you and your friends all feel in danger?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now.
This place...
We get people of...
So this bar is...
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever...
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish. Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir.
You remember me then?
Of course I did. You're that man who's...
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, but...
I'm still Tom Watts. What?
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or...
The important thing is
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the...
I believe he returned to his flock.
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about...
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a...
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the...
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it...
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of...
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
Since I'm here...
Perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my...
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps you...
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in.
I see.
Something like...
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Damn it, I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another lost orphan.
It's locked, all right.
Never even been to India.
Times like these, a good drink's just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
I cannot enter.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any
And what do you define as a strange event?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton.
A vampire hunter?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
A man of science!
I'm looking for
A sad saint? He should be at his night asylum.
Really?
What? It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure...
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's...
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal.
All I will say is this.
Have you heard of the Guard of...
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little...
So you hunt a...
Vampires are just like every other predator.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter.
What can you tell me about this neck?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham?
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this...
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire.
So...
I patrol late at night, investigating it.
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert...
Are you asking me to paste posters?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can...
How do you identify?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid...
Have you ever killed one of these creatures?
Of course I have. What kind of question is that?
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton. Seems like the guard of Priwen is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
Put an end to you! Kill it all you deserve! That's gonna hurt! Want some of that? Die, vermin! He's done for!
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's... become a murderous beast. This poor man has just been slaughtered by a vampire. The body's still warm. I can't believe I'm doing this. Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan...
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle...
Have we met before?
No. But I just need to look at your fancy clothes.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify...
I'm looking for Sean Hampton.
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet...
Your manners, your clothes, your...
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind.
All right, okay.
If you have something to say, say it.
Oh. You want information instead?
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have...
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house.
Why such hatred? Are you...
Of course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even...
You speak of strikes and clubs.
You bet I am. Well, I was.
Isn't the whole point of trading...
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw...
You lost your job because...
Those bastards really hate a worker who refused...
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton. It's locked, all right.
Yeah, people are still working at this time, while you're lot slurping soup before bed.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr...
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the dock?
And what about you? Working outside...
You want to know my secret? I'm trying...
I'm looking for...
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages.
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated...
What can you tell me about this place?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself...
Which local danger?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the
Well, I am not someone so easily...
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
You really think...
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can.
Is it not dangerous to work...
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides...
Are you homeless?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my...
What can you tell me about the sun?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Come now, Lottie. There is still much work to do.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Is it all that worries you, Sean?
This is a blessing for me, to become a Skal. Immortality...
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not...
Why did you kill Miss Joe?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood.
Have a little faith, Doctor.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the
Very well. You have definitely interest.
I'll be here when you return. If you still...
This is no place for you, sir.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. Look at it, vicious beast. I shall fear no evil.
Over there!
This could be the playground Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further.
Идиоты. Фух.
I'd step back, sir. Kill it down and spawn. Be strong, brothers. Filthy murdering bastard! This one's mine.
Да блядь, что такое? Почему тут такое?
God, what dies?
Ой, блядь, я вот не понимаю, тут очень дурно как-то сделали, почему? Вот тут, блядь, что, любой человек вампир, что ли, или как? Я не понимаю, хотя бы, не знаю, какие-то злодеяния, блядь, сделать надо.
It's locked, all right. That doesn't work.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
That doesn't work.
Понятно, не сантехник, если это начинаю что-то поднимать.
That gate should shut properly now.
Все, я понял. Это, ребят, вот смотрите, если что, закрываете вот эти два люка, подходите к этому пульту и открываете. Нормально так с этим двигаться.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood. It's locked.
Ну зачем ты туда прыгнул?
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again! The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity.
Ой, бля. Да ну ладно. С тобой?
Respect the laws of Ascalon!
Может, не надо?
Dare challenge a dictator! Whence do you vanish on slaughtering scalds while singing your name? How are you gonna comprehend?
Да ладно. Ладно. О, есть пацан. Не сюда, блин. Ну как я? Кут.
I shall crush you.
На тебе. Говнюк. Тут дичь. Да, дичь, кажется, можно.
At least one Skal escaped Fergal's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far. How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Richard.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted...
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And...
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain.
So was it you that Sean Hampton...
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us.
The Guard of Priwan is hunting him.
The Scars have always been hunted by humans and vampires alike. I teach them how to survive against the odds.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and...
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can...
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a...
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Oh, Bridget, allow me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant. Oh, Bridget, allow me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant. We're at your mercy. Will you end us? We're at your mercy. Your place is not here. Your spell is enticing.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke.
I've so many questions I need to ask you.
I love questions. As for the...
I have a question of the utmost importance.
Questions, questions.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the...
First, a question from...
Very well, then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me?
No, I'm not, Harriet. I've no taste for revenge.
I like what I am. I truly do.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you?
I will not lie. I wanted blood.
Shadows?
The shadows. They heard me and answered.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear?
It spoke only to me.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you...
Questions about me?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was...
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many...
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
What manner of creature is Harriet?
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a skull.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency.
The vampire's sweet blood.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach...
For how long have you...
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampire...
Where did you hide before this?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten cavern.
Why do you live here?
Live? Here we...
What are you hiding?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere...
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain.
Your diction, your words.
True. I'm not like most
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal...
You were once someone else.
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Надеюсь, еще встретимся. Нет, ни хрена. Слышишь, Егор? Это он не такой же. Это... Я тебе скажу, игруха, конечно... Бомба. Я нашел говнюков, которые я валю каждую ночь. Так я тебе расскажу. Зачем? Ну я помню, тебе не хер делать. Тебе не хер делать, да? Смотри. Это эти уроды, которые клупашут на улице.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust. We're at your mercy. Will you vampire hunters will never find
не знаю. Да их до хрена они мне задают количество. Нормальный такой ход. Воду спустил, как в туалете, и нормально. Vampires.
Ты нормально? Что ты на него? Ты же я уже начинаю почти разбирать, я говорю, знаешь, как ты меня всегда ты помнишь, как мой телефон падал? Он такой, да, он положил свой телефон на фонарь, и я как бы начал. Да, Ленинская, мы проезжали через...
На Хрещатике через мост?
Не, мы через контракт.
Не, я там не был. Я возле моста.
Возле пешеходного моста?
Да, вот там я там был. Да.
Короче, съемки. Нелегально, а оставил за собой след. Это намного лучше звучит, чем он. Нет, Илюха пошел на.
Я, во-первых, снимаю.
It's locked, all right.
Во-вторых, без уточнений. В следующий раз. О май гад.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb.
Нет, тоже не надо.
Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You make no distinction between the living and the...
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a...
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet up.
Who is this? Oh.
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's...
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so...
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed...
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interact...
Harriet, Miss Jones. What will be the result if... You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it. You've turned Scowl now. Don't you see the danger to...
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
What will be for... Your...
We are...
What for the... Harriet. Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
Let's simply agree that all are one and the same.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges... You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
И? Ну и что?
Да, это я был. Знаешь,
My discoveries. Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your chapel. Those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth?
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
Ой, дурдом.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Good evening, Mr. Throckmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance?
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Какой догадливый, а?
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Так, короче, пошаримся у него в квартире, поверим.
This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Так, надо навыки все нормально сделать.
Ain't safe here for a gentleman.
"29 Pretty Orchard Street, this is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here. Where does this blood trail lead?
Don't come closer, sir.
It's not human! Kill it!
Away with you!
You make a good point. We're being misled. Or worse, we're being baited by leeches playing a nasty game.
Look at it! The beast! The beast must die! Roll back to the house! That leech is false! I'll crush you! Watch out! Bloody leech!
Егор, тебе плохо?
Only a golden
Меня все
watch in
слышно.
her pockets.
Шо нахуй?
Only a golden watch in her pockets. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire.
I see you.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
Jonathan.
What was that? I won't let you escape. You're very fast, but I'll catch you. They've all been butchered. I can still sense a presence.
Come to me.
Я думаю, сеструха, наверное. То есть он тогда с самого начала ее завалил. Но не факт.
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell Scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital, cemetery to cemetery, grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary, I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease, but it's you, the disease, Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan, but before your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular. That of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good. You killed me, brother! Jonathan, kill him. Revel in your true nature.
Да что я нажал?
What have you done?
Jonathan.
I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton.
Rest in peace, monster.
Assassin!
Abomination!
Дура.
Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. while plotting factions close in around me. I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood. Good evening, Nurse Hawk.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you need medical help?
I'm afraid I...
Not under my watch.
Thank you.
Pepper, I know you're very close.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware...
The rules say I won't be allowed to work.
Is he worth the risk? Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Ты где эти два дурачка? А, вот. Эти у того и у того простуду.
Good evening. Eve. Do you need...
Don't get me wrong.
Да ладно! Что это за лекарство такое, что...
I will see you later. Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
Good evening.
Do you need...
Afraid so.
Throughout history...
You're working...
Are you concerned about the living...
Of course I am. I'll be...
What kind of violence?
I believe people have armed themselves.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
О, красный друг.
You must prepare, child, for the earth.
Stay away!
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished...
I am...
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child.
Silence!
The land calls for a champion. All and
silence.
I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
Я с тобой согласен, это театр. Еще какой театр?
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Murdering bastard! Want some of that?
Валите его, да, красавчики. Ну, отлично. Мне тогда не будет запариваться. Сейчас его завалят, я потом подойду, заберу у них шмотки. Давай еще чуть-чуть так подождем. И...
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Отлично. Вампира того убили. Мне меньше геморроя.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter.
There are many things you do not know.
Please.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like...
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those.
I swear I did not intend that.
That is the scientist speaking.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been...
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I came to the...
How have you reached this
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in...
I am afraid you are right. The
I felt this power.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priests.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted...
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why...
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you.
Why use you?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a...
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon.
Who are they?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
Короче, коротко, оппозиционер.
Will they fight the Guard of Prewin?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
They have done nothing but impede my investigation since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely...
Have you met him? How old is he? How...
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Martin.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite, but we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Priwen has called for a second great hunt of our kind, and they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Priwen located and destroyed.
Why start a second one?
Priwen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us as the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Will the Guard of Priwen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Priwen really launched a great hunt,
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit?
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not.
I want to thank...
Could you do me a last great favor?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good...
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Короче, план действий. Супермаркет, идти в аптеку. По-другому никак.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club. It's locked, all right.
Хорошо, пойдем.
I cannot enter.
Recognize you? No. This one ain't on our list. Well, that's one less anyway. Make McCullum happy.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners. It's locked.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. It's locked.
Мне кажется, надо наверх.
It's locked, all right.
Best be moving on.
Дикая псина.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I cannot enter.
Pay me a glass and I'll be jet. Pay me a bottle and I'll be
The other way this week, Joe. Come on, we can sort it out, right? It's not my call, Baron. Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your foot. Do you need help, sir?
To be honest.
I don't quite agree.
Really?
How are the current...
When there's more people outside at night than during the day, then you've got to start to worry.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Cheap price, good quality.
Excuse me, sir.
Another journalist?
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say?
Really? But still, here I am.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most.
How is this?
I'm not easily scared, but crazy killers and armed patrols are lurking about. My son's right about this place.
According to you, physicians are scared.
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you?
This part of town does have quite a reputation.
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always...
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more.
How did you become the local bully everywhere?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards.
A job? So you're racket...
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of...
I don't care what you think, sir.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here?
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Don't be afraid. Fancy buy.
You never... Joe Peterson. He's the...
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson?
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer. Good one, even.
It's never easy to find a new...
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use off.
And no one has ever stood up to...
Nobody will be fool enough to stand against the...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
You again?
Can I offer you?
Keep your med...
There is a thin line between...
All right. I'll take it then.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Ну, хорошо, что людей стало больше. это очень странновато. Плюется еще? Угу, зараза. Так, еще один остался, там какой-то странный чувак. Короче, надо один от этого еще. Oh, no speak English, no speak English. I'm sorry, no speak English.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu. What do you think of that? How do you feel? I wouldn't. Then I won't force you to heal. That is not how medicine works. Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Death is all around us.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu.
Sure.
How do you feel, Mr.
I would not... Yes, you do. I said I...
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
As long as you have the money.
Good evening.
You look ill. Well,
Thank you.
goodbye, Miss Swanworth. Perhaps we'll talk again. Good evening, Benjamin. Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Reed.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
I will see you later. How are conditions in Whitechapel these days?
I hear gunshots every night. It's just like the war in the trenches, Doctor. I can't stand it.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Away with you! Remember your vows, friends!
возвращаться. Я сейчас с этими давно не встретился.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. It's locked.
Какой смысл?
Best turn around if I were you.
Очень странно почему. А тоже я уже слабенький, надо сделать. Что-то у меня же есть пушки. Надо было пушками заняться. Да блять, что это за херня?
This is Love Live back with us, Miyaki and Andy Panda.